Good evening. Good evening, good evening, good evening, hello, good evening, hello, good evening, good evening, hello. All right, let's see here. That needs to go away. How's everybody doing? I'm gonna let a few more people come in here. Conley, Ben, Frisk, Alicia, hello. The usual. Hello, 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 hello. Where can I? Motherfucker. Luggage hero. Okay, I need to write that down. And the excitement begins. I don't know how much excitement is here. Chris, hello. Ghost, hello. Luggage hero. And nanny bag. Okay. Let's do this. Let's put this down here. And then let's go right here. John, hello. Animals are fine. Not only are the animals fine, but the black cat, that's the stray that runs around the neighborhood that we saw, and then we saw it limping and it wasn't putting any weight on its front paw, is back to running on all four paws, unless it's a completely different cat. And I am still working on trying to, I gotta figure out how to get that outdoor house repositioned and food positioned in such a manner that it catches her eye as she goes back and forth through the yard, so that I can kind of lure her in and give her, safety and security in the yard. We'll see. I found you. I follow you on TikTok. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you following me here. I saw you at Starbucks getting a latte. No, you didn't. I haven't been in a Starbucks in 15, 20. I don't even know the last time I've been in a Starbucks. No, not cat number 6. This would be, I would let this cat stay outside, but provide it with warm shelter and food. Right now we're in the 50s, 40s, and 50s, so it's not as cold as it had been. And I didn't see the cat for the longest time when it got really cold. So it just uses our backyard as sort of a highway system to go from the wooded area behind us down our side yard, across our front yard, into the area behind the houses across the street. So, saw a picture of Ice. Do we have a dog? Yes. I saw a picture of Ice Barbie from 10 years ago, and then she. Oh yeah, she had major work done. Major work done. Are you smoking? A joint? Yes. Is this guy look like White Diddy? You think I look like Diddy in white version? You need to see an optometrist, my friend. If you don't know what an optometrist is, get a dictionary. If you don't know what a dictionary is, get yourself a thesaurus and work your way forward. I think all the artists need to catch hell for the high ticket price. It's fucking ridiculous. Metallica has a 8-day residency at the Sphere. Tickets went off today or yesterday for $1,000 a piece. Get the fuck out of here. What is your Hogwarts house? I never watched the movie. Don't give a fuck about any of that. I don't know what my Hogwarts house. Yeah, no clue. Oh, thank you, Grinch. Hello from the UK. Hello back at you from here. Price of gas here in Chicagoland went from $2.99 to $3.49 yesterday. Yeah, it's getting beefy. It's getting up there. Renee filled up her tank, and my guess is we're going to experience some, at least some short-term pain at the pump. Mark Knopfler. I always say his last name wrong. Knopfler is a phenomenally underrated guitar player. If you guys don't know who Mark Knopfler is, he is the singer and guitarist from a band called Dire Straits. So if you've ever heard the old '80s classic tune "Money for Nothing," that intro, and listen, that's not even close to his best work. It's just the most well-known work. It's either that or "Money for Nothing" would be his most well-known work. Phenomenal guitar player. Queensryche, another band that don't think got as much credit as they should from the era that they were in. There were a couple of phenomenally underrated hair bands, Queensryche being one of them. In my opinion, Tesla was the most underrated hair band of all time. His solo work was incredible. Yes. Do you support Trump? No, no, God, no, fuck no, hell no, Jesus Christ, no. I would rather have a living snake shoved up my urethra than support Donald Trump. I would rather have an enema with a red hot poker than support Donald Trump. I would vote for a sentient cum sock before I would vote for Donald Trump to be dog catcher in my town. No, God, no. There's nothing about that man that I would ever support. I support him leaving office. I support him finally eating that one last Big Mac that's going to eventually seize his fucking heart. That's what I support. I support the big, beautiful obituary. No, fuck that piece of shit. Fuck that piece of shit. Fuck everything that piece of shit stands for, and fuck everybody that ever voted for that piece of shit. But if I'm going to be honest with you, I'm still on the fence about it. Did anyone here listen to D. Snyder, House of Hair, back in the day? I love D. Snyder. I don't know what House of Hair was. Yes, the Board of Peace certainly did get Board of Peace rather fucking quickly. My joint is not burning evenly, and it's distressing me at this late hour. I got my little mini fan going here, so it's taking my smoke away from me. Am I a Zepp fan? Oh, hell yeah. Good luck, Jasmine Crockett. I don't think she's going to be successful in today's endeavors. I think Tellerico is going to win that nomination. If I was in Texas, I would still go vote for Jasmine Crockett if she won the nomination, absolutely, but I don't think she's going to win. The big, beautiful obituary, the thing that everybody's waiting on. Anyway, what's on everybody's mind this evening? Did I see Trump's neck bruising? Yeah, I saw that. Sort of consistent with shingles. Not saying it is shingles because obviously I'm not a doctor and I don't see them on a regular basis, but it's very consistent with shingles. Should probably go away in a couple of days. If it doesn't go away in a couple of days, if it's still noticeable on him 4 or 5 days from now, it's probably an indication that he's got some type of infection. But listen, he's the president of the United States. He has access to the best medical care. I wouldn't think that that's going to be something that takes him out. Okay, well there you go. Jamie is going to give a diagnosis or an opinion that's probably more accurate than mine. Could it be something he's using chemo cream for? Oh, I haven't the slightest fucking clue. Your Nana got shingles in her eye. Very painful. What the hell is Hoss Hillbillies? What is Leeds United? People are just tossing out words here, and I don't know what the hell they represent, what they're trying to say. Leeds is soccer? Okay, yeah, then I'm completely lost with that. Ever watch a show Pawn Stars? I've heard of it. I've seen clips of it, but no, I've never sat down and watched an episode of Pawn Stars. The best fucking football team in the world. The best fucking football team in the world is the Indianapolis Colts, my friend. I said what the fuck I said, and I'm gonna fucking stand on it, 10 toes down. Cornbread hillbilly. Okay, so you've gone from Hoss hillbilly to cornbread hillbilly. Is there something you want to elaborate on? Do you like Harry Potter? No, never watched any of it. My wife and kids have, but I have not. Indianapolis Colts are the best team until the 9th game or so. Fairly accurate description in recent years. The show from last night was great. Unfortunately, I think big money will always be in politics. My show for next week actually got canceled. The guy, there was a scheduling conflict, so I'm going to be looking for a new guest now. We love your content and delivery. Love and kindness, Johanna from Nova Scotia, Canada. Thank you very much. From Tom in Shanahan, Illinois. Why does Florida have the craziest people? Well, it's a combination, really. It's a combination of native-born crazy, which is, just your meth head, swamp, dwelling creatures. And then you have the influx of crazy from the Northeast and the upper Midwest. So you have a convergence of crazy in Florida. It's Florida is a unique setting in the United States of America. It's like somebody paved over a swamp and put up a Dollar General and a mobile home park. You know what I mean? It's America's incubator of butt, sweat, and theme parks. How old am I? I will be 54 years old in May. I will be 54 years old slightly after noon on May 13th of this year. The fuck? War is a good song. Good evening, everyone. Hope all is well. Good for your age. Yeah, I'm aging like fucking cheddar. I look at least 10 years older than I am. But I'll tell you this. Ain't no fucking doubt about it. For the period of time that I was doing it really fucking well. Now I'm just in a different phase. Get to work from the house, get to live from the house, get to just pull back a little bit from society, make my money digitally, and I don't know. Am I old enough to remember $2.99 taco plates? Fuck yeah. I remember yeah, I do. The thought of paying $10 to fill your ass up at a fast food joint was unheard of when I was a young adult. If it was more than $5 for a whole ass meal, that's sandwich, side, drink, the whole shooting match. You were ripping people off. When I first started driving, mid 80s, um, you know, late 80s, I guess, whatever, mid 80s, gas and cigarettes were each under $1. You could get a gallon of gas for under $1, and you could get a pack of smokes for under $1. Do you think that extraterrestrial life outside of this planet is real? Absolutely. Absolutely. It is insane to think that we are the only living creatures in all of this. No, now, at what level of intelligence are we compared to the other life forms in this solar system, galaxy, whatever? Who the fuck knows? But we are not alone. You caught me live. Well, welcome in. I go live every Tuesday night. I go live on Monday nights with a guest. I go live on Tuesday night with just the audience. And Renee, my wife, and I go live on Saturday nights. So we go live. I go live three nights a week minimum. And every one of my lives that I've ever done on YouTube is archived on my page in the form of a video. So you can go back and watch all the old lives if you want to. They're all there. Anything that has a guest, anything with Renee, anything I do solo, all of it. Am I going to try and book a different guest for next week? Yes. Oh, I'm not exhausted. I've looked tired since the 90s. I'll come at you looking like I need a nap. Just zone the fuck out, zombified. And I'm right as the mail. I'm a huckleberry. I have a face for radio. That's all. I have reached out to Texas Paul. I have not heard back from him. I have reached out to ask if he wanted to be on the show. Have not heard back. Do you like listening to scary music? Please define scary music. How can one buy you a Malort? You can't, because I don't want a Malort. I have done nothing to deserve having a Malort put in front of me, and I shall not have it done to me. Nardwar? Hang on. Are we back? Are we? The screen froze because I had to bounce for a minute. But we have to drink one. How's that fair? Okay, so you're not understanding the rules. So allow me, if I could, please, to elaborate or expand on the Malort rules. As somebody that's been here all these years and taken my fair share of Malort shots, you don't need to just be buying me one out of thin air. I've done my bit for King and Country. If you come to Chicago, you got to do one. However, if you come to Chicago and you have to do a shot of Malort because it's your first time in Chicago, because we're celebrating something, because it is a rite of passage you have yet to partake in, then I do one with you. If you're with me, or whoever you are with from the Chicagoland area does one with you. But somebody going, oh, I'm just going to buy you a shot of Malort. The fuck you are. I've done nothing to deserve a shot of Malort put in front of me. That is not something you just randomly buy somebody. Can someone ban the two bots? Oh, I see one of them. Let's see here. We're going to go ahead and hide that one. Chicago has a special drink? Yes, it does. It's called Malort. Malort. It is a liqueur from a company in Chicago. Taking a shot of the Malort is known as, well, technically speaking, taking a shot of the Malort and chasing it with an old style beer out of a can. That's known as a Chicago handshake. technically, just doing the shot is good enough. You don't have to suffer with the old style if you don't want to. And Malort is done for a number of different reasons. Your friend gets engaged, shot of Malort. Your friend actually gets married, shot of Malort. Your friend gets a divorce, shot of Malort. Somebody gets a promotion, shot of Malort. Somebody has a baby, shot of Malort. Somebody graduates college, shot of Malort. It's a number. Somebody died, shot of Malort. It's the first time somebody has been to the city of Chicago, and they're in for a few days checking out the sights. You got to do a shot of Malort. What does Malort taste like? Malort tastes like a combination of turpentine, unleaded gasoline, regret, Chicago's sewer water, spicy Tabasco sauce, and just a tinge of taintal sweat. It's pretty much like gasoline. It, has anybody ever, you guys have seen the movie Anchorman, where his little friend has the Sex Panther cologne, and everybody's talking about how pungent it is, and it's like, oh, it stings the nostrils, an aftertaste in the air. They say it smells like a turd wrapped in burnt hair or Bigfoot's junk. You've seen that scene, right? Imagine that in taste form. You know what I mean? If you could take that and put it into a taste. Okay, so if you've ever been to an apartment building, like like 3 or 4 story apartment building, and you smell all the different weird shit that all of the different people on all of the different floors are cooking, is you could take all of that plus crap and distill that down into a shot, you would have Malort. I have absolutely no fucking idea how it became the unofficial official Chicago. Who actually buys Malort? I have a bottle of Malort in the house right fucking now. But yeah, enough people buy Malort that they stay in business. It is a fucking thing, man. It is a fucking thing. Tom the sheep. Are you mistaking me for your normal Tuesday night thing? She's out in the barn, boo. You know, or do you like when you go out there and put Nessie's back legs inside of your boots, so she can't get away? Do you like to prop up your phone and watch me do a live while you do it? Is that what you do? Seems kind of weird, man. Pabst Blue Ribbon. Hams. Was Hams the one that was from the land of clear blue water? Or was that Leinenkugel? Which one was that? Was that Hams? How would you build the perfect society? Do you believe that the world can ever be united? No, I don't think the world will ever be united. And I don't think there is such a thing as a perfect society, because in any society, even if it looks perfect to me, it's going to look negative to somebody out there. If you asked me how I would fix society, I would very first thing that we need to do is have universal health care. I think that making sure that every single human being in the country being covered and not being shackled to a job in order to get their health care and not going broke in order to get their health care is going to be the single biggest positive thing that could happen to this nation as a whole. I think we need to make sure that people are making a livable wage, and if they are able-bodied, they are working. If they stumble and fall, we make sure that the social safety nets are robust enough that we've got them covered. We maintain open, fair, and non-threatening relations with our allies, especially our trading partners. We do everything we can to boost American manufacturing, but also make sure that we understand that there are competitors in this world, and they want our goods as much as we want their goods. I would make sure that we expand public education beyond senior year of high school. I would add 2 more years to publicly funded education after high school. Once you graduate high school, you can choose to go to a local community college for 2 years and get an associate's degree as part of your public education, or you can choose to go to an apprenticeship program for 2 years as part of your public education. Or you could choose to do neither. Once you graduate high school, you're an adult, you don't have to continue. But if you choose to, we fund public education for 2 more years. I would make sure that the death penalty is available and ready to be used in cases where there is zero doubt that somebody committed the heinous act. There is absolutely no debating it. I believe it should be continue to be used as a deterrent. I think we need to legalize cannabis. I think we need to fund better, better fund, I should say, the the scientific paths that we've been on to find cures for various diseases and advance our society technologically speaking. I think that we should probably dial back on AI a little bit. 500,000 on here, Ben. Is- do you like scary movies? Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I'm a big fan of Halloween. The Friday the 13th movies are pretty good. The scary movies, Scream, were pretty good. Uh, yeah. Is that a hollow body behind you? That is a D'Angelico semi hollow body. Yes. I remember as a kid buying cigarettes from vending machines at my local restaurant, hoping nobody knew it was me. Yeah, we bought smokes from vending machines outside the gas station, at the mechanic shop, everywhere. I'll do a shot of Malort. You get me to five. Well, I mean, I'm probably going to get to 500,000 anyway, but I should say a million, um, because Malort is that special. Christine is a good movie, damn good movie. Yes. Odessa, Texas. Hello. What do you think of Jim Carrey? I have never really been. I like him as a person. I've never really been a huge fan of his movies. I like a couple of them. I like. The Blue Jays continue to piss me off on a weekly basis. Yes, cigarette vending machines. Yes. Hey, back at you, brother. I know. I don't think there's going to be a draft. The Truman Show was, I think, probably the Truman Show or Man on the Moon. I think was Jim Carrey's best work. Jim Carrey is anti-vax. That's a shame. Have you seen They Live? No. That scared Jessica to death. I have not seen that one either. They're remaking Christine. I guess that'll be interesting to see what it looks like. You know. Okay, Hogan versus Andre the Giant in Indianapolis. Yeah, we had like so. There's like the lower level. There's the rink, the whatever you call it, and then all the floor seats, and then you've got your next level, and then you get up into your upper tier. And we were in the back of the next level, so I could get decent seats. just a weird thing to see like live. It was shortly after that I was like, you don't understand that this is all just bullshit, right? Bits and pieces of Ice Barbie's testimony. Bits and pieces. Remaking the Rockford Files. Jesus Christ. Hogan was a piece of shit. Yes. I fucking love James Bond. Now, when it comes to James Bond, my earliest recollection of James Bond, the James Bond I knew as a child, was Roger Moore. I think Sean Connery is my favorite James Bond, but Roger Moore is who I knew as a child. I don't think they've announced who's opening for Bon Jovi yet. I don't know. I know who's opening for the AC/DC show we're seeing. I just don't know who's opening for the Bon Jovi show. I always wish I could have seen Andre. Yeah, so I saw Andre the Giant beat Hulk Hogan in Indianapolis, and it was the match where he won the belt from Hulk Hogan and then turned around and sold it to Ted DiBiase for $1 million in the ring. I don't even know what Jackie Chan's politics are. Christine was a 58 Plymouth Fury. My dad had a 56 Plymouth Fury. Roger did rock 007. Clapton in Chicago in September. I'm doing AC/DC in September, and pass on Clapton anyway. Mick Foley. Dude's got a screw loose, but he's a really nice guy. When much younger, worked in a convenience store with Rustler stopped in. Oh, nice. 68 Sport Fury. CTE? You talking about like head concussion? What do I think of Tom Cruise? I mean, I like his movies. I think he's nuttier than an outhouse at an acorn festival. I don't really have anything to say about CTE, I guess. I don't really know much about it. You get your bell rung and they say that you got, your melon is squashed a little bit there and you can't do anything. So you get too many of them, you can't play. I don't know much about it. You know what I mean? Yeah, Mick Foley is a pretty nice guy. He's got deep connections with Holiday World in southern Indiana. Have you heard the fan theory that Kevin from Home Alone grew up to become Jigsaw? No, I haven't. It's some really weird shit, I guess. I never saw any of the Home Alone movies, but I saw enough clips to kind of understand the connection. This dude, yeah, I no comment, I guess. Sorry that happened. I'm gonna let you do you on that. Who retired? Am I disconnected from that much reality that I don't even know some of these names? Like, I don't know who the fuck you talking about. We haven't been to Holiday World in a couple of years. We're probably going to look at getting one more in at some point in time. I just don't know when. But, maybe like one or two more at best. But for the money it takes for us to go, all in where we like to stay and all of that stuff, we can go to Mexico for a week. We can get on a cruise. But you guys are asking some weird ass fucking questions. Oh, the starting center for the Bears? Yeah, had no idea. Do I like the Flintstones? Yeah. Do I like the Transformer movie? Yeah. He's only 27, huh? Interesting. Maybe that was a health reason, retire. Maybe he was like, I want to be able to walk 20 years from now, or I want to be able to get out of bed without it hurting 15 years from now. Oh, I get the weirdest fucking questions. Have I ever seen Smokey and the Bandit? Does a bear shit in the woods? Fuck yeah, Smokey and the Bandit's a classic. Man, Jim, fuck you, man. If I was a classic car from my childhood, what the fuckity fuck is fucking wrong with some of you fucking people? Like, what is going on in the cabeza? What in the hell are you fucking people smoking? How much of it do you smoke on a daily basis? Is it affordable? And do you have any to fucking share? Because the level of question that's rolling into the comment section right now, I got to tell you, damn. You know what I mean? Damn. Y'all motherfuckers need Jesus. You guys are fucking crazy. Tom, could you tell me what the inventory number is for a bumper bracket for a 74 Volvo? The fucking emu wars? Are you shitting me? Being homeless sucks. Are you homeless? I'm sorry to hear that. No, I've never heard of the emu wars. Must have missed that one. What's your advice for someone trying to lose weight? John, John Laurie. I'm going to say this as kindly as humanly possible. I'm going to maybe even hold your hand while I say it. Do I look like the motherfucker you should be taking advice from when it comes to losing weight? You might as well ask me if I could write you a book called Living Clean. It It is my understanding the key to losing weight is to burn more calories than you take in over the course of a 24-hour period. It's quite simple. That simple. You don't need to cut out all of the sweets that you don't want to cut out. You just can't sit there and hammer. You have to understand that if you take in this many calories, you have to burn off this many calories. And at a certain point in time, you're going to reach an equilibrium. And all of the fad shit and all of the different diets that have been tried over the last 100 fucking years or all that, it's fads. If they worked, they wouldn't be fads. There wouldn't be 10 billion of them. And everybody that had money would get it and it would work. The reason why we're fat is because we don't move as much as we should compared to what we take in. It's that simple. When I move more, my weight goes down. When I move less, my weight goes up. I don't change what I eat. I eat the same stuff. When I move more, my weight goes down. It's that simple. Hope you're well, homie. Back at you, my brethren. Did you know that a 5.9 Cummins diesel engine saved Dodge in the late 80s? I did not. Your wife swears that I'm your long lost little brother. Well, all right then. What do I want as my last meal? I have absolutely no idea. You need to ask me what I want as a last meal on the day that I need to have my last meal because, or the day before, because like I go in streaks and I can't, I can't tell you what I would want if I knew it was going to be the last thing I was going to put into my body. It's going to be whatever the fuck I'm in the mood for that particular day. If you could live in a different country, where would it be and why? Well, I would move to Costa Rica because it is a beautiful place to live, affordable, very friendly to Americans looking to live abroad. Jamaica is another place I would highly consider living. And if it wasn't for the fact that we have a lot of family that we really, 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 really want to stay close to, we would already be looking in one of those two places. And if I'm being completely honest with you, perhaps Italy, perhaps the UK. Biscuits and gravy is hot garbage. I don't eat frozen yogurt, so I don't have a frozen yogurt topping favorite. Ranch is trash. What is my favorite shower soap? I currently use an Old Spice hydration gel. I use an Old Spice hydration gel and a loofah, little one of them fucking one of them fuckers. That's nice. How do I like my popcorn? Done exactly perfectly. Lathered in butter. Lathered in butter. And a pinch of seasoned salt. The Shrek series was one of the best series of all times. I don't know which one of those movies that I like the best because they really are all pretty goddamn phenomenal. The Shrek series, all time great. I have not been to Ann Sanders. What do you use for earwax? The fuck? The actual fuck are you asking me? Yes, there are several people that are currently or have currently sold off everything upon retirement and bought a room on a cruise. And so the cruise ship is their home. They have access. The purchase gets them access to all the meals and laundry service. I think once a week or something like that. And yeah, they just stay on a cruise ship forever, and the people just keep changing. Is this chat is smoking something, and I want some? I'm telling you, it's fucking insane. It's insane. I don't think I could live on a cruise ship, retire on a cruise ship. With the family that we have in the area, I'm going to probably retire right here in Northern Illinois. If we had nobody, if we never had kids and we didn't have extended family in the area, it was just us, I could see us retiring to damn near anywhere, given how we now make a living. Like literally anywhere on the planet where I can make content. Uh, Omaha, Nebraska, a nice place to visit. Sure, that'll be your little secret. Are you surprised by your online fame? Every fucking day. Every fucking day. Every fucking day. People call me out where I live online, but never to my face. What would retirement look like to me? I think that you're probably looking at retirement right now. If I'm being completely honest with you. I think that you're looking at retirement. I will probably do content until the day that my brain or body no longer allows me to do it, because it is, it'll probably just dial back in quantity, but it'll still be regular and it'll still be content. And it can literally be done from anywhere on the planet, no matter what. And with Renee not having to work, if she looked at me, and once again, if all the conditions were right, we still have a 14-year-old son at home, we still have a dog and 5 cats. But if she looked at me and said, I want to go on vacation in whatever time of year, let's get this thing booked. I don't have anybody to ask. There's no time to put in for. She's free to go whenever the fuck she wants. It's just a question of, do we have somebody to watch the boy? Is he coming with us? Do we have somebody to watch the pets? How does all of that work out? Otherwise, and then I could literally do content from there. I did content in August when we were on our cruise. In May, I'm going to be in Orlando for a couple of days. I'll do a little bit of content from Orlando. In early July, I'll be in New York. I'll do a little bit more content from New York City. At the end of July, I'll be in Miami to get on a cruise ship to go to Mexico, Honduras, and Belize, and I'll do a bunch of travel content while I'm out there, because it's easy as pie to do. Everybody does their social media shit, even if for fun. Put it on Instagram, put it on Facebook, right? I just happen to be putting it on a platform that I'm going to get paid to do it. So I think you're looking at my retirement. I sincerely do. I think that you're looking at what retirement is. It's just going to get more freeing as the lad gets to an adult age. He's currently 14. In 4 years, he'll be a full blown adult. So what you're seeing now, you'll continue to see, but the background will change more often. You'll still see the background, right? I'll still do content from my office. But once we have that level of freedom and we don't need to worry about somebody watching the boy, you'll see more content from, hopefully, from more places. Oh, here we're on a Mediterranean cruise. Here we're on a North Atlantic, Northern European cruise. Here we're on a South American cruise. Or, we went out to Seattle for the weekend, or we went down to Memphis, or whatever the case may be. So, this is what retirement is, because it's too fucking easy not to do it. You know what I mean? This guy won't stop asking for Family Guy. Who? What? Have you ever been to Europe before? No, I have not. The countries I've been to outside of the United States: Canada, Mexico, Honduras, Belize, Jamaica, and the Bahamas. That's it. That's the list. You're doing a meetup, Conley? How did you know your wife was the one? I don't think I did. It just like there wasn't a thing. It was just like, you know what? We're together now. The Simpsons has been on for way too long. Fox should just end it either this year or next year. It's over. Why would you fuck with something that's that successful? I don't understand the mentality behind it. It reminds me of when Jerry Reinsdorf, or the other Jerry in the Bulls, broke up the dynasty that was the Chicago Bulls, because he wanted to show the world he could win a championship without Michael Jordan. And what I don't understand for the life of me is why you would want to try to win a championship without Michael Jordan when you keep winning championships with Michael Jordan. So same thing would apply to that. You want the Simpsons off the air. Why? If they keep killing it year after Krause, yes, year after year after year after year. If it's making money and it's the fucking hot show and all of that shit every year, why would you end it? You ride that shit until the very end. What do you think of the Family Guy sitcom? I love it. Love it. Family Guy I thought was fucking hilarious. They did some really offensive shit that I wouldn't have done, but overall an absolutely hilarious and well done show. Never seen you live. Well, you can check that one off your list. Don't fix what ain't broke. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The Simpsons are really weird at predicting things. It's frightening. Did you see the lunar eclipse this morning? I did not. Do you think the Bears will stay in Illinois? I do. There aren't a lot of people who have consumed more Coke and Addies than that orange blob. It's the only thing keeping him above ground. I don't think he's consumed any of that. Disagree, my friend. You're welcome, dude. Boomhauer. That's what I'm talking about right there. No, you don't even know what this day on because what he's going to say, and you're going to do over there, and way off teleprompter. And he said, I don't, they're going to propane, and I don't know. You know what I'm saying? King of the Hill was okay. Hey, Tom, how's it going? Okay. What are 3 things I'm thankful for right now? I'm extraordinarily thankful that I'm able to monetize what I enjoy doing so that I can more easily support my family. I'm thankful for my family. Um, and I guess I would say that I'm thankful for the previous 53 years of life experience. Um, because every single thing that I did in life, whether I did it to myself intentionally, I did it to myself accidentally, or somebody else did it to me intentionally and or accidentally, whatever it was, it led me to this point in life, and I'm pretty fucking happy with this point in life right now. There are a few things that I want to greatly improve about this thing in life, this point in life, and we're going to work on that. We're going to get those things improved over the next few years. But yeah, I'm very, very grateful for where we're at in life at the moment. It's an unfucking believable ride. Do you think Trump winning in 24 helped you make more content because of how this administration is going? Without a question of a doubt. Listen, political content is going to be there. It's been there long before Trump, and political content will be there long after Trump. Imagine if TikTok was a thing during the days of the Tea Party, right? The content would have been absolutely insane. Having said that, yes, his dumb fuckery is a never-ending well of content. Just wanted you to know my Latino friend is doing okay. Good, good. Oh, burritos are the shit, man. Burritos are the fucking bomb. I I love a good burrito. Yeah, the place over in Summit, Illinois, El Faro, EL space FARO in Summit, Illinois, El Faro. Been going there for fucking eons, right? I mean, fucking over 30 years. Well over 30 years. Been going to get burritos from El Faro. It's just a solid old school steak burrito. Echo, thank you very much for the $1 donation. Every penny helps now that this is 100% of my income. The burritos there have always been just absolutely phenomenal. So yeah, I love a burrito. Even though I love tacos, I love burrito. El Famous is okay. Are you a good neighbor? Well, define what a good neighbor is. Do I know who Tom Scott is? The name sounds vaguely familiar, but no. Favorite Beatles song? Oh, I think that's probably got to be Get Back. Thank you again for the dollar donation, Echo. Do you believe in ghosts? No. Taco is going to win on all of that shit, always. Hey back at ya, Fireball. Elgin has good Mexican. There's good Mexican all over the Chicagoland area. Elgin, Aurora, there's good Mexican all over the place. Burritos are very good. Very good. Eleanor Rigby, excellent tune. No, El Faro is not horribly far from Midway. It's not too close, but it's not horribly far. I'd like to collaborate with a whole bunch of different people. Listen, I'm open to collaborations. If there's somebody out there that wants to do a collaboration, I'll listen. No, I can't do breakfast burritos. I'm not a fan of breakfast burritos. I'm not a fan of most breakfast sandwiches. RM, thank you very much for the $13.69. I don't know what it's called in Canada. Tip. Here are a few bucks towards the next vacay with Renee. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. What was the most videos you've made in a day? Somewhere around 60, 62. Thank you once again, Echo, for the dollar donation. Pretty much the whole White Album is good. A good tune. That's how I feel very much about The Wall from Pink Floyd. It's a theme album, obviously, but it's such a phenomenal album. And then when you watch the movie along with the album, it's like, holy shit. Now, personally, Echo, thank you. Personally, I think that The Wall is life. It was the life that his mother was building around him, and his mother just had to build everything up so big for her little baby, and that's every piece of that wall was another fucked up story for him. Just an absolutely insane album. Besides grass, what do I do for self care? How do I treat myself? Thank you, IR bunch of numbers for the buck. I don't know. A couple of cans of orange pop a day, one during the day and one at dinner. Thank you for the buck again, Michael. I don't know. Like, I don't have any alcohol. Like, seriously, I can't remember when the last time I had any alcohol was. Echo, thank you. So there's no alcohol. I'm not doing shrooms or hallucinogenics. I haven't done booger sugar in over 3 decades. No, it's weed. It's herb. You said you don't believe in ghosts. Would you play with the Ouija board? I mean, there's nothing to play with. Thank you, Echo, again. The marching hammers was pretty fucking cool. No, I stopped drinking Mountain Dew, what, 4, 5, 6 years ago? I don't forget how many years ago it was. And I only ever drank OG Mountain Dew, and I drank way too much of it. Aerosmith was a damn good band. Minnesota, how you doing? That's the Lord of the Rings joke. I was like, oh shit, man. Uh, what is the best sandwich? The Italian beef. Oh, yes, Madison, Wisconsin, of course. I, Robot by Alan Parsons Project. Ever listened to Shocking Blue? No. Now, I'm not a big fan of the cheesy beef, right? I'm not a huge, I don't want beef on it. And I don't want it on garlic bread. I want a regular old OG Italian beef sandwich. Favorite pasta dish? Manigot? It's my favorite pasta appetizer. I view that as an appetizer. Thank you, Echo. Oh, my favorite pasta dish. I mean, from a purely pasta standpoint, I'm guessing like a baked mastacholi. You know what I mean? Lasagna is decent, but if it's not done right, man, have you ever had a fucked up lasagna? Because those are the worst. What do I currently think is really overrated? Um, Canes, that chicken finger place, oddly overrated. Oddly overrated. That place is subpar at best. It's fucking chicken fingers. It's raising. Everybody goes fucking nuts. Our kids go nuts for fucking Raising Canes. Why? It's. Eh. Yes, Brian. Brian Ray. Yes. Oh, Kuma's makes a damn good burger. I love Kuma's. They are obsessed with the sauce at Cane's, right? It's like that. It's the whole goddamn fucking world to these people. Do you respect KFC? Oh yeah, a solid bucket of KFC is still, I mean, hard to beat. I've never had Zaxby's. White Castles or Wendy's? Wendy's. Never had Bojangles. You say the burgers at Kuma's is too big. It takes 2 days to eat. Well, then you get a second meal out of it. I mean, that's the bonus for like from my wife's standpoint. She could have never really finish one of these big ass burgers, and she always ends up bringing it home, the other half home, or a patty melt, or a huge chicken sandwich, or something of that nature. Which reminds me, we got to take something out for dinner for tomorrow. Not a fan on Indian food. Do you have Culver's? We had Culver's for dinner tonight. My son had a Scholastic bowl meat, and then we had to go get a prescription, and we just grabbed Culver's once we were at that area. Yeah, Stan's Donuts is awesome. I don't get the chicken and waffles thing. I really don't. Yeah, I like Stephen Colbert a lot. No, they lost by 5 points. It's his first loss of the season. I actually do like Cracker Barrel. I think Cracker Barrel's if you're looking for a breakfast, I think you're going to get a solid breakfast there. Is the Who maybe a bit overrated? Yeah, yeah, the Who is a bit overrated, but they're overrated from a general like classic rock era. But when you look at the time period where the Who was killing it, where they were on top, they really represented that weird period of the 70s, right? So it's a band that I think identifies with the time period that they were playing in better than most. But yeah, yeah, they're probably overrated. No, Led Zeppelin is not overrated. Absolutely not. If you sit down and you go through Led Zeppelin albums on your iPhone, right? You just go to the iTunes store and you start looking at album after album. It like hits you. You're like, holy shit! Every single one of their albums is absolutely loaded with hits. Rush, it's one of the greatest trios of all time. I have him on the music wall in front of me. Neil Peart's the greatest rock drummer of ever, ever. Now, I don't think they're the greatest trio of all time. I reserve that spot for ZZ Top. Echo, I don't drink coffee, but thank you very much for the $2 tip. Do you listen to Frank Zappa? No, I don't really. Never got it. Was not a huge fan. Queen's okay. Back to the Future 3, when they all spin their instruments. No, I've never been to a Fish show. I'm not a big Fish fan anyway. You know what I mean? Radiohead's okay. I mean, John Denver, is all right. No, Robert, I do not. Oh, I don't know. Nico from Iron Maiden is a hell of a drummer. Nico fucking wails on the drums. Would you participate in a hypothetical podcaster convention? I don't even know how to answer that. I don't even know what that means. What is a hypothetical podcaster convention? OG punk rock? Yeah, they're okay. So, obviously you talked about the Dead Kennedys. They're pretty good. Um, everybody loves the Sex Pistols, and the Ramones have been a mainstay for years, even with rotating band members in and out. Uh, I don't get into a ton of punk rock though. I really like Naked Ray Gun. I think they're pretty fucking good. Um, yeah, I don't have a huge like. There isn't a whole ton of punk I'm listening to. You know what I mean? Do I like country music? No, not really. 807. You guys got me for a few more minutes. The circle jerks are okay. Yeah, the worst concert I ever attended was the Butthole Surfers at the Vic Theater, and it was just really not a good show. There was a band called Killdozer that opened for them, and Butthole Surfers were the main act. And Echo, thank you again. Dolly and Willie, yeah. I actually do like Avril Lavigne. I think Avril Lavigne actually sings her ass off. Yes, I've been to the Twin Cities. Nicolas Cage, I like Nicolas Cage. Black Flag, yeah. Yes, we did listen to Wolfman Jack in the day. I remember my parents listening to Wolfman Jack. I remember seeing Wolfman Jack on the TV. Fucking love Rat. The guitarists at Rat are severely underrated, and Quiet Riot kicked the whole hair metal thing off. Their version of Come On Feel the Noise was what launched hair metal. You wish I was your uncle? Well, thank you very much. The last movie I saw? Holy fuck. What was the last movie I saw? I don't even know. I don't even know. That's fucking weird. The Offspring's okay. I don't think I've even heard of the band Chevelle. Favorite single concert you've ever been to? Metallica, late 80s, Evansville, Indiana. 5150, Fort Wayne, Indiana. That's fucking nice. Chevelle is from Chicago. Yeah, I've never heard of them. That's weird. My favorite taco? Um, God, it's still gotta be a chorizo. Have you checked out High Ren by Ren? No, I have not. You saw the stones there? Okay, just a word of advice, and a lot of people don't know this. It's not Soldiers Field, it is Soldier Field. And I don't give a shit. You mispronounce it. I'm just saying I don't want somebody giving you shit because of it. So I'm just giving you a nickel's worth of free advice. It's weird saying that when you start saying it that way, but it is Soldier Field. It's so fucking weird. I called it Soldiers Field for fucking eons. Until somebody was like, "Hey, man, this is not how you fucking say it." What the fuck are you talking about? I've been saying it that way for like 20 some years. Oh, they're not going to Indiana. And even if they go to Indiana, they're still going to be called the Chicago Bears, but they're not going to Indiana. The Wings, Doc? No. Echo, thank you again. Listen, Van Halen with Sammy Hagar produced some monster hits. Absolutely insane hits. Having said that, David Lee Roth in my opinion, is still the epitome of an 80s hair metal frontman. He's still the most insane, the best there is. I haven't been to a Blackhawks game in years. Yeah, Sammy Hagar was a really good replacement if you were going to replace David Lee Roth. I mean, I still would have liked to have seen what they would have been able to do with David Lee Roth, but they did a lot of good work with Hagar. These motherfuckers out here talking about eating 9 tacos. Holy shit. So I order 4 tacos when we go to the restaurant, and it's all like I get a little side order of rice, and I get 4 tacos. I get 2 beef, 1 steak, 1 chorizo. I get a thing of Pepsi, or I mean Sprite. My wife gets the Pepsi, and obviously we have some chips beforehand, and that doesn't help anything. But we get 4. I get 4 tacos, and I put a little fork full of rice in each one of the tacos and some hot sauce. And by the time I'm on the 4th one, I'm like, holy shit, I'm full. I can't even imagine eating 9 tacos. I can't even imagine it. What's the best gift my family has ever given me? Individually, my wife giving me this guitar over my shoulder is probably the best physical gift I've ever been given. Um, from a standpoint of my kids trying to do something for me, when they gave me my surprise 50th birthday dinner, and it was the first time that the daughter that I didn't know came up, but it was the fact that my kids all got together without me and put together a dinner for me was really impressive. Really impressive. Um, but yeah, I I would prefer my kids not to worry about getting me gifts for the most part. I really prefer them to get gifts for my wife and for each other. I want them. They're 3 of the 4 are adults, and one of them is only a few years away. So I want them to begin working together, or developing a tradition of exchanging together the way that we've exchanged gifts over the years. Because in 20 more years, 15 more years, these kids are the ones that are going to be doing all of it. And so that's what I'd really like to see them start doing. You got a massive headache from the Van Halen concert. I can imagine that. They play at the fucking at the upper levels on everything. I was a fan of Sherlock Holmes when I was a kid, if I'm being honest with you. Never was. Anytime I've ever tried Indian food, I've not liked it. I remind you of your Gen X dad. Well, we do have a lot of similarities, and I mean not me and your dad, just Gen Xers. So the Hardy Boy books. Holy shit, I had forgotten all about them. No, wasn't really a huge fan of the Hardy Boys, but I do remember them now that you bring them up. There was Nancy Drew, there was the Hardy Boys. What was the other like teen mystery solving books from back then? Why am I thinking that there was like a third set? Hardy Boys, Nancy Drew. I do remember Young Sherlock Holmes. Thank you very much, Echo, again. Favorite fast food place is Taco Bell. No, I don't. The Bobbsey twins are not ringing a bell with me. Of course, I remember the Garbage Pail Kids. They were fucking everywhere when I was a kid. Michael879, I have not. The Babysitter Club. Holy shit, I do remember those, but no, that's not what I'm thinking of. How much money have the trolls made me so far this year? Enough. They have. There was yeah. The Hardy Boys and Nancy Drew had some crossover. I remember that. I do remember Doctor Who, and I remember liking that a lot back in the day. Elementary school was everywhere with the kids. The Garbage Pail Kid cards were fucking everywhere. They were everywhere. Do you have pets? We have a yellow lab and 5 cats. Stop knocking the legends of Moon. What the fuck? What are your kids really good at? Oh, so let's start at the top. Ashley. Ashley, I believe, is really good at. She's the kind of kid that had to figure out a way a lot through her life. And so I think her and Maggie both are really good at figuring it out, right? They're the kind of people that understand what needs to happen in order to put the roof over their head, to get things done. They both excel at when life. They both understand that when life is throwing shit at the fan, you know to step to the side of the fan, so to speak. They're both in the medical field, and I think that they both truly do excel at what they do as far as for a living. I also think both of them would, to a certain degree, like to get out of those livings. Lily, Lily excels at school. She really does. If she could go to school for the rest of her life, she would continue to excel at it in some way, shape, or form. And Tommy, he does excel at like so he does Scholastic Bowl and he does History B and things like that, and he's just really good at that stuff, like really, really good at it. What is this? What did he say? Did you have a huge encyclopedia when you were a kid? We were poor. We had bits and pieces of encyclopedias that we got from other people and shit like that. I haven't had comic books in years. No, I'm not going to own a snake. I'm good without one. Jesus Christ, Hardy Boys, Nancy Boys, vampires. Oh, yes. Thank you, Alicia. I'm going to be getting out of here in a minute. I did not know that about the Grammy nomination. Washington, hello. Is Renee going to be on the next show? Saturday night, yes. Do we like Calvin and Hobbes? I mean, they're okay. I mean, I don't like dislike them or anything like that. JD Vance loves couches. Damn. Ending this one strong. Why do I still see people online talking about Charlie Kirk? Wouldn't it be better to just forget about that guy? Yeah, it would be. We keep seeing him because there are a group of idiots that keep keeping him alive. Go read about the Emu Wars. Interesting. Brownie and ice cream tonight. Small brownie, Reese's peanut butter egg. Do I shop at the dispensary or know a guy? Both. Yes, I do think Jimmy Carter was a decent president. Oh shit! It is 8:21 already. All right, guys. Thank you very much for stopping in. Tell everybody you can about the page. Go look at watch all the videos that have been uploaded. Check out all the old lives if you can, please. Tell all your coworkers, all your friends, all your families. Get them all over here to help grow the page. I greatly appreciate it. Get yourself some merch from the link in my bio. T-shirts, hoodies, throw pillows. I have 2 books I've written. They're available in paperback and ebook formats. Also available at the link in my bio. You can book me for Cameo shoutouts. I do video shoutouts. If you want to tell a friend, congratulations on the promotion, congratulations on the birth of your first child. You just want to tell your friend that his football team sucks. Whatever the hell it is, I do Cameo shoutouts over on video shoutouts over on Cameo. You can book those at the link in my bio as well. All right. Hasta lasagna. Don't get any on you.